Hello everybody. On this channel lately we have been talking a lot about celebrities in the makeup industry, and we have been discussing just why celebrities are so intrigued in starting makeup lines, why they're so interested in starting makeup lines all of a sudden, and I have actually published an entire video talking about this topic, and it's already up on my channel and I'll put it in the cards. But today I was inspired by Porcelain, who is a fellow YouTube creator, to do this video in which I give you guys my unfiltered opinions on celebrity makeup and beauty lines. We'll be talking about both makeup and skincare and just like all around beauty lines from a variety of different celebrities, and we're basically going to be roasting some and praising others. I just want to say though that these are my own personal opinions, and of course my opinions are not completely like unbiased. I mean, I have my own biases just like everybody else, and I just want to say that this video is not meant to influence anybody. I'm just trying to give you guys my own personal opinions. As many of you who watch my channel already know, I love looking at the beauty industry and community subjectively. I love makeup. It's been a long time passion of mine, but at the same time I do want to make sure that I'm spending my money wisely when I'm contributing to this entire industry, if that makes any sense. So I hope that was a good enough disclaimer for those of you out there. Of course, if you guys have different opinions, be sure to share them with me. I will respond. But anyway, let's just get into the video. Okay, so I have notes on my phone. I have like a whole bunch of celebrities that I want to talk about. So anyway, the first celebrity makeup line that I want to talk about is Fenty Beauty. As many of you already know, I have been a supporter of Fenty Beauty since their inception. I have been buying their foundation. I own a few of their lip glosses. I own a few of their lip products just in general, and I have loved Fenty Beauty for a very long time. The marketing has always been something that I can vibe with, I can agree with, and the products that I have tried have always been items that at that time I really liked. Of course, my opinions have changed. You guys know that with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Focused Foundation. That one, I'll put a picture of it on the screen. I initially really liked it because it was a mattifying formula. Now my preferences have changed, so I'm not as big of a fan of that foundation as I once was. But now, like, I'm obsessed with the Fenty Beauty lip products, and I use them all the time, and I consider them to be amazing formulas and colors. And yeah, I mean, like, in general, I really like Fenty Beauty as a brand, and I really do appreciate that Rihanna has just come out with this brand in such a, I think, genuine way. I mean, it's obviously something that's making her a lot of money, but at the same time, she seems to have a really good team around her. Rihanna's makeup artist, Priscilla Ono, is an individual that has a lot of creative control. So you do have a celebrity behind the brand, but then you also have a very talented makeup artist who also supports the brand and also makes these decisions that make Fenty Beauty into something that we can all really love and appreciate. So I have very positive opinions about Fenty Beauty. I do think that the brand is a product of the talent and multifaceted nature of Rihanna herself, and it is also a product of her ability to delegate and to really bring talented individuals into her team and into her company to produce really amazing products. Moving on, I would like to talk about Kat Von D. Initially, Kat Von D was a brand that was very popular as like this slightly alternative, edgier brand. If you went into a Sephora and you were looking for like an alternative, edgy, like just sort of like, you know, that kind of brand, your eye would immediately go to the Kat Von D displays. And when Kat Von D was having its moment, I really liked and actually really loved the brand because I felt like the packaging was so beautiful, and I would look at the behind the scenes like interviews with Kat Von D herself, and I would just like see like her inspiration behind these products and her thought process, and I would see how she would like sketch out all the different packaging, and I just was so like just entranced by that. And also when you looked at the formulas, I mean, for the time, her formulas were so incredibly innovative. And Kat Von D Lolita lipstick, I mean, like, I'm not sure if you guys remember, but like if you were around that time, you would know that that lipstick was so iconic. And at that time, I didn't have necessarily all the money in the world to be spending on Kat Von D. Actually, I didn't really have any kind of personal money to be spending on makeup at all. So anything that I got that was Kat Von D, I would treasure. But then, of course, Kat Von D came out as being anti-vax, and there were some like anti-Semitic things associated with the brand as well. So naturally, now my opinion on Kat Von D has shifted drastically. And for a long time, I was like, you know what? I'm here for the makeup. I'm not here for anyone behind the makeup products. I'm here for the makeup itself. And if the makeup is good, then I want the makeup. But I look at Kat Von D, all right, and then I compare the brand to a whole bunch of other indie brands, a whole bunch of smaller brands, a whole bunch of brands that I can actually really believe in. And my dollar, like my urge to spend, goes immediately to those other brands, not Kat Von D. Since I really try to restrict myself when it comes to buying makeup just in general, I only want to buy makeup that I truly believe in. And for me, I don't necessarily believe in Kat Von D as much as I did anymore, and there's nothing that has been coming out from Kat Von D that would tempt me, you know? So in a way, it makes it easier for me to not want to get anything from Kat Von D. The fact that there's nothing really interesting from the brand anymore, in my personal opinion, makes me not want it. I do think that there's still a market for it. I think that there are still people that are interested in the brand, which is fine, but like I'm not too interested. And I definitely think that Kat Von D Beauty is another brand that has had the brand owner, Kat Von D, intertwine her personal life and opinions so deeply into her own brand that when she fell, her brand fell as well. So I definitely think that if Kat Von D hadn't been as much of a celebrity, or if she hadn't been I would say so open with her personal opinions, I think Kat Von D would still be a very successful brand. But I think that because Kat Von D was so open about her opinions, we now look at Kat Von D as something lesser than. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion. Moving on though, I do want to talk about Kylie Cosmetics. Now, on this channel, I have spent a lot of time talking about Kylie Cosmetics, about Kylie Jenner, about the makeup releases that she has. I have redesigned a whole bunch of her stuff. I should bring that up again. I should do some more redesigns, I think, in the future, because I think those videos were pretty popular and I really enjoyed making them. I'm not really sure why I stopped, but regardless, Kylie Cosmetics came on the scene like a few years ago with her lip kits, because at that time we were like all like just wondering, does she actually have lip fillers? Are her lips naturally balloon-like? And she was like, oh no, I don't have lip fillers, I just use lip liner. And I can't believe that like we were ever doubting that. I mean, like I'm sure that some people were not doubting that, and some people were like, okay, yeah, she definitely has lip fillers no matter what she says. But like, I don't know, maybe I was like less intelligent back then, probably, because I was like, is it really lip liner? Anyway though, around the time she came out with her lip kits, and then everybody went berserk over them. And then she expanded from lip kits to highlighters, bronzers, blushes, eyeshadows, everything. So like now she has like her toes dipped in pretty much every single type of makeup product, I think. I don't think that there's a lot of stuff that she hasn't produced for. And I think that it's no secret that Kylie Cosmetics has made Kylie Jenner a tremendous amount of money. It has made her a billionaire, which makes me feel sort of sad to think about, that somebody my age can make so much money. It makes me feel like a sense of FOMO. But I really respect her for making so much money and for like just bringing so much success to her own self. And I do think that like she had a lot of help from the fact that her family was already so just famous. And I don't think that she was self-made, because she had a lot of help. I mean, like all the Kardashian Jenners, they went to private school, you know, like even before they got famous, they went to private school. So she's definitely not self-made. However, I do want to say that I respect her way of doing business because it has worked for her. Do I wish that you put more time and energy into the production of her makeup, into the customer service? Yes, because if you remember, like when she was first launching her brand, a lot of people were saying that they were not getting like complete orders, you know. Sometimes they would get orders with just the packaging and no product inside, and customer service was like just not helping. I don't know how much I don't know what customer service is right now with Kylie Cosmetics, but I will say this, like, I hope that it's improved. But yeah, my opinions on Kylie Cosmetics kind of go a little bit positive and a little bit negative. I respect the brand for being so successful in such a short amount of time. And I will say that if you are that famous and you can utilize your fame in such a genius manner to really just like bring in so much money for yourself, that's amazing. But then at the same time, do I like that makeup? No, because I just feel like a lot of it looks so cheap, and I don't see a lot of people like just falling head over heels in love with Kylie Cosmetics because, to be honest, a lot of it looks so juvenile and I'm just not into it. My slightly positive opinion with Kylie Cosmetics completely ends when I start talking about Kylie Skin, because Kylie Skin, when I think about Kylie Skin for me, I get irritated because I just feel like celebrities who have perfect skin because of procedures, because of facialists, because of really expensive skincare should not be trying to come out with skincare and then claiming that their skin is that perfect because they use the skincare. And it's just so irritating to me because I'm kind of like, in my mind, Kylie Jenner, she knows enough about makeup to sell it in a way that sort of kind of seems genuine, but she knows like little to nothing about skincare from the looks of it. Let's just take a moment to talk about the promotion videos that Kylie Jenner has done for Kylie Skin. There were so many jump cuts in that thing. Like, there was so many jump cuts in the promotion videos. It's like she literally has somebody telling her what to say and she's saying it, and she doesn't know it's in her own product, which is irritating. It really is. Because, I mean, I personally, I know little to nothing about skincare, and I rarely talk about skincare on my channel for that reason, because it is not my strength. So I admit that, and I rarely talk about it, if at all. And I only talk about it when I'm like absolutely positively sure that a product works for me and that I would recommend it to anybody. You know what I mean? But like, she just so obviously doesn't, like, she doesn't use her skincare. Like, it's just so glaringly obvious. And it's like, it's just irritating. So like, yeah, I think Kylie's Skin is definitely a cash grab because I can't see Kylie Jenner being passionate in any way, shape, or form about skincare. Okay? Makeup, I do believe that she's loved for a very long time and it makes sense for her. Skincare, I'm like, why? Speaking of Jenner, let's talk about Kardashian. Let's talk about Kim Kardashian Beauty. Don't at me, but Kim Kardashian is one of my business role models. I think that anybody who calls like the Kardashians or the Jenners stupid or unintelligent, anybody that says that they are famous for being famous, I do not necessarily agree with that statement whatsoever, because I think that they have managed to just catapult themselves from being virtually unknown to in the reality show sphere, and now they've just like made themselves into an empire, and that takes brains. That takes a lot of brains and a lot of like just intelligence. That takes a lot of intelligence, and the fact that they're able to do that is amazing. Kim Kardashian is one of the original Kardashians. She's one of the first Kardashians to become famous in this way, and I respect her for it. I will say this, I think that she has her toes in so many different business ventures that she can't possibly be as passionate about everything that she talks about. I think she does a lot of outsourcing. She hires teams that handle everything for her. I don't think that she is in the labs with KKW Beauty all the time, doing formulations, doing the product development, all of that. I think that she, at the very least, tells them like an idea of what she wants. They make it for her. She has people try it out. They say yes, and then she tries it out herself, and she says yes, and it goes forward like that. Of course, I don't know. I don't really know much about that industry, but that is my speculation, because I don't necessarily believe that Kim Kardashian is that passionate about makeup, because before she launched her KKW Beauty line, she rarely, if at all, talked about makeup. In my other video that I did talking about celebrity makeup lines, I showed you guys a clip that showed Kylie Jenner talking about makeup, and it was obvious from that clip just how passionate she was. And at that time, Kylie Jenner was pre-lip filler, pre-fame. She was very much unknown, so she had no reason to talk about makeup, but it was obvious from the fact that she was talking about makeup how much she loved it. Kim Kardashian, I don't get that same love for makeup. I think that she's just into makeup because it's making a lot of money for her, and that's fair. But I'm not a ride or die customer of KKW Beauty because I don't think that it's entirely genuine. I do have one thing from the brand. It's their Makeup by Mario and KKW Beauty palette, which I love. It's an amazing product. Do I recommend it if you're a color lover? No. However, if you love neutrals, then it's a good one. I think it's great. Let's talk about Flower Beauty. Now, Flower Beauty is a company that was started by Drew Barrymore several years ago. It's one of the first celebrity makeup lines that we had that we were like just familiar with. And I will say this, I have recently started to try out a little bit more of Flower Beauty, and I like the brand. I think that everything is so well thought out. I think it seems that Drew Barrymore is very just much invested into her brand. I think that just the fact that she named her brand Flower Beauty instead of Drew Barrymore Cosmetics really speaks to the fact that she's trying to separate herself from her brand. She's trying to separate her celebrity from that brand in an effort to make it seem a little bit more genuine, which is something that I can respect. A lot of celebrities attach their names to their brands because it will give their brands that recognition, but the fact that Drew Barrymore is one of those celebrities who doesn't do that really makes me feel like her brand is a little bit more genuine than many other brands that I've mentioned in this video. So I have positive opinions about Flower Beauty. Do I think that I want to get every single item that they have? No. You guys know that I love, love, love colorful makeup. So is this a brand that has a lot of colorful makeup? No. But they do have like your basics. They have some really interesting formulas. So yeah, I do have positive opinions about Flower Beauty, even though I don't consider myself an expert in Flower Beauty, if that makes any sense. Let's talk about House Laboratories by Lady Gaga. Now, see, the thing is, House Laboratories is so new to me, and I can't necessarily say that my opinions about House Laboratories won't change because I really think that they will. I'm not sure if it will be for the better or for the worse, but I look at House Laboratories as being a brand that was started by Lady Gaga because she wants to make money. And I'm saying this as a little monster. I'm saying this as somebody who loves Lady Gaga. I have only gone to one concert, and that was Lady Gaga, because I just find her so inspiring and I find her music so powerful. So yeah, I really like Lady Gaga, but at the same time, I'm looking at her makeup line and I'm like, I mean, first of all, love the marketing. I love the message behind the brand. But then at the same time, I can't help thinking, like looking at this subjectively, I can't help thinking that Lady Gaga is in it for the money more so than the passion for makeup. And I'm not saying that as a hater because I've said just a few seconds ago how much I love Lady Gaga. I'm just saying this as somebody who's a makeup consumer and a careful one at that. But I really think that she is in it for the money, and that's just where my opinion of House Laboratory ends right now. I also would like to talk about Victoria Beckham Beauty. Just so we're clear, I have been a admirer of Victoria Beckham for a very long time. I wasn't around for the Spice Girls mania, but I was around for just like the Victoria Beckham mania, if that makes any sense. I remember the first time I saw her, I saw a picture of her was when she was a guest at Kate and Will's royal wedding, and she looked so stunning, and I was like, who is this person? And I was 11 at that time, and I was like, I like her. I want to be her when I grow up. And that like sentiment has like just been like in my head for all these years. I have just looked at Victoria Beckham as an icon and a role model that I look up to. So when it comes to her like business ventures, when it comes to her fashion label, when it comes to her makeup line, I have very positive opinions for that reason, because I just think that she is such I think that she's such a role model for me in terms of business that I really find myself, I would say, connecting to her in that way. Parasocial relationships, we love them. And I will say that so far, what I've seen from Victoria Beckham Beauty, it doesn't look like an obvious cash grab. Of course, I think that she is trying to make money from her brand. Everyone is. And I can't say that I have seen her just be obsessed about beauty for a very long time. But she did do that collaboration with Estee Lauder, but I think that that was like sort of her dipping her toes into the industry and just seeing how it would go. But I really do think that she is going about this in what seems to me to be a really like right way. She is coming out with a few but very calculated launches. She knows who her customer is. She views it as an extension of the customer that she has for her fashion label, and she produces products accordingly. My opinions of Victoria Beckham Beauty, pretty positive so far. They might turn negative in the future. I have no idea. I'm very judgmental. But if they will, I will of course let you know. But as of now, I'm pretty much in the corner of the brand. Am I gonna buy anything from Victoria Beckham Beauty? No, because I am not a luxury makeup lover. I am too broke for that. So no, I'm not gonna be getting anything from her brand in the near future at all, because I mean, just her prices are so like high for me. So the customer is not somebody who I can relate to, if that makes any sense. So yes, but my opinions on the brand are relatively positive. I do like several of their products that they have come out with. I mean, I like the looks of them, but will I be getting them? No, because I value my finances. That sounds so weird. But with that, that was a very long video. I think that's all I have to talk about for this video today. Let me know if y'all want to see a part 2 to this video, because obviously there's so many different celebrities who are dipping their toes into this industry, and if you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know so I can think about doing a second installment of this video for you guys. But with that, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video and found it interesting. I hope it sparked some opinions that you might have, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye guys.